Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of Wake Up. We're out here in Chicago. Let's give it up for Chicago. Hey, guys, wake up. Let's say Chicago. Let's go. Woo!
Chicago.
Finally, we got a little enthusiasm over here. Okay. Today's topic we're going to be speaking about is calling somebody out. This is the $500 round. We got a couple people here, and then we got some people calling them out on Instagram, too. I think it's okay to call somebody out in Chicago. I feel like a lot of people are scared, though, because it is Chicago. In the other cities, you may get away with it better, I guess. I don't understand why we're scared here in Chicago, but let's go over here. We'll start over here. Give us your name first.
Mulata Cubana.
And then your Instagram.
Same way. Mulata Cubana.
Okay.
Julia, and my Instagram is That's Julia with 2 J's.
Okay.
Candy. My name is Sweet Like Candy on Instagram.
Okay.
My name is Wasim. Instagram is Wasim26.
Okay.
Marcel, Instagram, Marcel Matuz.
Lene, Instagram, Lene Ludi.
Okay. We'll start over here with you, Lene. You got anybody to call out?
I don't.
You don't? Okay. That's fine.
I got a group to call out.
Okay. Go ahead, Marcel.
There's a group of
By association right here.
Okay.
young transvestites that
Okay.
conned me and my friends.
Okay.
That conned me and my friends. How would you say that, Wasim?
Yeah, I wouldn't say really. So yeah, they did fucking con us, but they were buying us tables. Moral of the story: like, if you are transgender, make it known. I'm not saying we would not accept the gifts, but
Okay.
it's a fucked up situation. In all honesty, some of our friends very much so got duped, and
Yeah. Do you have Instagrams or anything of these people or no?
unfortunate for them. I would have to pull it up, but I could find them.
Okay.
Sexual relations. With
So you're calling out the trannies in Chicago. That's what you're saying. The tranny community in Chicago.
No.
The Asian tranny community.
Asian tranny
specifically.
community. Okay. Respect. Okay. So what did they do to you, if you don't mind?
Me specifically and Marcel, nothing, but
Okay.
we do have a close friend who may have had closer relation with them, and when he did find out, say he wasn't too happy. I wouldn't be too happy either, but
Yeah.
they were.
Now, people die over that shit, to be honest. I mean, as fucked up as it is to say, people do die over that
he was in
shit.
mental exile for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because that shit can fuck you up
Traumatized.
mentally. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's like having a woman that could cook and clean and then a man that could throw out the garbage in the same person, if you think about it, right?
But if you want to look at it that way,
I mean, yeah.
That sounded like a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fucked up scenario, but they could take out the trash and cook and clean, right?
It's like a 2-in-1.
It's a 2-in-1 combo.
we really didn't think too much of it because
Yeah.
You're having a
some
good
of
time.
them were married too, and it's like, oh well, you know what?
Yeah, I had no
There-
idea.
There's no way, right? And then like we
Yeah.
kind of would talk to ourselves and be like, yeah, nah, no way.
Like, we had a fun night.
Until the end of summer came and
Something's fishy.
I finally asked because everybody was saying, yo, that's a man. I'm like, they're not men. There's no way. And I guess
Okay.
technology these days, but I just straight up asked them.
Do you think that kind of like degrades the women when they get their bodies done? Because now you got to ask a little more. You got to be a little more thorough because these trannies are trying to look like women so hard that they kind of look like fucking real women at this point.
If I would show you the Instagram, yeah,
You couldn't tell the difference.
I had no idea. I was asking for his number.
it's number
See the
or
Adam's apple?
there's
No, you
Adam's
can get
apple.
it shaved down.
So as
You-
the Asians,
Okay.
Some Asian men are very pretty, so I'm like, you
You can have a-
you get all that together. It's like
Wait a minute.
you know what I mean. Those Filipino
Last
men.
one.
Those Filipino men.
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I don't comment on that.
That's
but-
fine. That's
Well, you
fine.
got tricked too.
Yeah. Dude.
We're in the same boat. You gotta add to the story.
My tricked.
Why don't you guys add to the story so our viewers don't, assume that.
Okay, so
One
essentially,
day
like,
they came in to the apartment, like a group of them.
yeah,
I'm
my
like, oh,
my
okay.
current roommate essentially was having a gathering, and they did just show up. So we said, okay, more to the party, and they proceeded to take us out.
And
And everything was paid for.
But we'll tell you why we started questioning.
They paid for it?
Yeah, everything.
Yeah,
the
but
bottles,
they were
tables.
married. They were married.
And
So
we're like, okay,
How do you know
maybe
you were married?
because they would tell
on
us.
their Instagram
Oh.
too. Their
But
Instagram, which
when we
like,
started questioning, it was someone took a big shit in the
Yeah.
bathroom, and I go, only a man could take a shit like this, and none of us took a shit,
so we were looking and we're like,
and we're like, looking, it was like it was her.
I'm like Marcellus,
my
that was
God.
your girl, and he's like,
No way.
yeah. There was a lot of red flags we ignored because we were getting a lot of things for free and a lot of things were being taken care of. So we just didn't want to question it. And when something's usually too good to be true,
It is.
It's definitely too good to be true.
definitely too good to be true.
So, but you don't know their names or anything? You don't want to call them out directly?
You know
I
their
think my
names.
mind blocked out that part of the summer. So
Yeah.
we could definitely go back, but I would like to just,
Yeah, I got a friend of mine that it happened to himself, okay? And he's like a gambling buddy of mine, you know? So he's like, you know, once he puts his chips in the middle, he's like very like determined to stay in the hand. You know what I'm saying? Like when you gamble,
Yeah, we were
you
all
could,
in.
you're all in. Well, he ended up buying 2 bottles, and I remember, you know, meeting him at the club, and I'm like, bro, like the bouncer just stopped me and is like, those are men. Like they come here all the time. I was trying to tell him, and he's like, Fad, you know what? I'm a little committed right now. Committed to what? I asked him. You know, I just asked him, committed to what? He's like, I just spent my last $1,200 on these bitches. And I'm like, okay, well, like, I'm telling you, they're not bitches. He's like, but I'm all in. I'm like, bro, this isn't poker. This is real life. We're here right now. He decided to tell me, you know what, Fat, I got to do what I got to do. They still have fake titties. Most women do have fake titties, so at least I get a nut off. I explained to him that this is not the same scenario. You know, this is really not the same scenario. You know, so like 20 minutes go by, like we left, and he's like, hey, can you guys come pick me up? I went to go pick him up, and he was by himself. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, I couldn't close either way. It's like, bro, that's fucked up, even worse.
fucked up, yeah.
I was like, they still left you? And he's like, yeah, man, they still left me. I was like, that's fucked up, you know? I was like, you're that's when you know you're on a cold streak as a man, when you can't even close like a man woman or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you want to call them, but man women, we'll find with man women or lady boy.
Call them it's
Lady boy.
lady boy, lady it.
Lady boy, I think is fair. But anyways,
Nice enough.
I try to keep it politically correct for YouTube, but that's fine.
For me, like with that situation, I saw one of them was married, so I'm like, I don't like that karma. So I like, thankfully, I believed in karma, and nothing
Yeah.
occurred. But I can't say the same for the rest of my friends. So karma's a bitch.
Can you ask the ladies over here? Would you feel it's okay if a woman did that or a man woman?
The what?
If a woman did what?
If they trick a man like that, is it
I
okay?
think every woman tricks any man.
No, I don't think
No.
that's
Not in
okay.
I don't know the whole. I don't know all the details. I don't know what they tricked y'all.
Well, they're men and they're saying they're women. That's a trick if you think about it.
They get. That's what I want to know. Do
Right.
they dance on you guys?
With us or with our friends?
No, with you. I mean, you're here.
We didn't do anything with them, but our friends went a little further.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like,
they
Well, I
do?
mean,
like third base.
That's on him.
Third base.
Yeah.
What'd they do? Be like
It
you're
was
too
sucking
vague.
and fucking. That's what
Oh,
they were
I
were
mean,
doing.
they
they
sucking?
couldn't
Were they
notice.
sucking or were they?
No.
Yeah.
They were getting sucked.
They were getting
My friends
sucked.
were getting
Yeah.
sucked.
So you.
I mean, if they were sucking
imagine,
them, they would have known. I felt like, right? Wait, did they have a?
A threesome?
Why you ask me?
No.
All right, we're gonna go on. Candy, why don't you let us know your who you calling out? You got anybody?
Yeah. There was this one time when I had a roommate and she was like fucking on my man. And I
Okay.
caught them, but she paid me to leave.
She paid you to get the fuck out of there?
Yeah. She paid me not to like do anything or fight her pretty much because she had breast augmentation, so she was scared for like an emergency.
Surgery?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Danny.
Danny?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, pretty much like long story short, or long story, she pretty much, I was just, working a long day at work, and then I came home, and obviously, like, we share a one bedroom. No, not a one bedroom. We
Okay.
share a studio.
Oh wow, okay.
So the only thing that was a room was the kitchen or the bathroom. So when I walked in, I was hearing like commotion, whatever. And I like come in and I see them like butt ass naked, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Damn.
I'm like, what are you guys doing here without me? And
Without you.
Ooh.
yeah, like no, like not threesome.
Oh.
Side
Alright.
ass.
I was gonna say.
I meant like in my presence as my
So that was-
man. But yeah, so pretty much they just, they were having fun and I told him to leave. And then me and her got into an argument and she kind of was just like feeling entitled to just being with him because he went on to her. I don't know when, but like apparently he just like expressed that he had feelings for her and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So then
How long were you with them?
I was with him for like about 7 or 8 months.
Okay.
Yeah. And I didn't expect her to do that because I've known her since I was like a kid. We've known each other since like high school. We went to the same school and everything. We've had like 4 jobs together. Like
What does she do?
5 jobs now.
now?
Yeah, what does she do?
She's a stripper
Okay.
now.
All right.
How much did she pay you?
500
500. That's
That was
to not
Sick.
fight her. Like,
That's a
to
good
leave.
severance.
is it?
That good?
That's not a good
I mean,
time.
I feel like that's a cheap. You let her off the
I
hook
feel like,
pretty
yeah,
cheap.
Right.
I mean, that's what
Especially
she thinks it's
Jib.
worth.
I would have took the 500 and still whooped her ass.
Okay, I would've
Damn.
whooped
All
her.
right, let her talk. Let her talk. I mean, how do you? So you don't fuck with her no more? That's it?
No, she's. I don't fuck with her at all. Like she has me followed on Instagram and everything. Like I don't talk to her, but
She has you blocked, you said?
no, followed.
She still follows you?
Like I look at her page and it says follow back, but
Okay.
But no, like she's just weird to me at this point, cause like why are you sitting there fucking on a man that if you really wanted him, you should have just told me.
Yeah.
Which strip club does she work at?
Like currently, Club 390. You're gonna go there to see if she works.
No, I just wanted to shout out for the people. So
Oh, like the
people
club?
can
Yeah,
put on
shout out
the
Club
list.
390? 390 is kind of nasty, to
It
be
is
honest.
nasty.
That's a nasty strip
You're
club.
going there for a reason.
That's nasty as fuck, 390. But
We never shout out the clubs.
anyways, yeah. Go ahead, Julia.
Okay, so
Say you got someone to
I gotta
follow.
take a shot for this because this
That's fine. Let them know.
Cheers.
Okay, so I don't want to incriminate myself,
That's fine.
but back when people
We got
were-
500 on the line. Let's do what we got to do.
Back when people were looting in Chicago, I know you guys remember like looting, like
Yeah, when shit was going crazy, right?
Right. So I was downtown at the time. I just so happened to be downtown actually.
The majority of people looted.
all
Go
the
ahead.
time. Yeah. So my ex calls me and he's like, "Oh, like come with me. Like we're about to go downtown. Like we're about to loot." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Yeah.
I go with him. We go through all the stores. Like I said, I don't want to name any stores specifically, but we hit all the stores, like big stores, high-end stores, luxury stores.
Okay. Yeah.
And like I'm thinking like we're on some Bonnie and Clyde type of
Yeah, like
type of
Batman
shit.
and Robin shit. Yeah.
Right. Like he's being the lookout. I'm just, putting everything away.
All right.
So
That's cool.
then that same night, I lived downtown actually at the time. So I had a doorman. So I'm like, I can't bring all this stuff in my crib. Like,
Okay.
like the doorman's probably gonna see me. So he's like, okay, cool. Like, where do you want to go? I'm like, well, we could just go to the hotel for the night. So we go to the hotel. We have sex. Everything's going good. I'm thinking everything's cool.
Yeah.
Next day we wake up. It's the next morning. I'm like, I still don't want to walk through the door with all of this merchandise. So I tell him, let's go to Walgreens, and I go get garbage bags.
Okay.
This is so funny because I swear I really didn't think this was gonna happen to me, but like literally the moment I go get the garbage bags and I'm like at checkout and I'm checking out, I walk outside, I don't see his car.
He left.
He literally leaves and I call him and he's blocked me on everything.
That's
Damn.
Like
karma.
full on blocked me. Like blocked me on Instagram, blocked me on Facebook, blocked me.
You never heard from him since?
Never heard from him again. That was
Wow.
2020.
Wow, actually, that's
And I never heard from him again. And it's like, why? I just want to know why did he do this? Like,
a heist.
was it worth it? Like,
Okay.
all the
Failed
merchandise that was
heist.
in the car, was it really worth
No.
just like,
Yeah.
like fuck our relationship?
How long did you guys date for?
Like, I lost my virginity to him.
Oh fuck! Damn. 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 Okay. I give you one for that one. Okay.
Yeah, like, and imagine, like, I'm really trusting him. Like, I'm really thinking, like, he would never do me like this. And
Damn. And you never heard from him again? Still?
Never heard from him again.
Damn.
But let me tell you something. I saw him at a Dollar Tree not too long ago.
Okay.
I saw him at a Dollar Tree and I was telling him, like, you're a bitch ass nigga. Like, fuck you. And he's just in the car with somebody. I don't even know. He was with a female. But
Oh wow.
yeah, fuck him.
So Bonnie and Clyde really didn't work. Too good. I'm
It
just
didn't
saying.
work. I risked my freedom for that. I really risked my
I think
freedom.
everybody was looting, but why don't we start over here?
I wouldn't say everybody.
I seen guys with Rolls Royces fucking looting. I'm not gonna, Chicago's fucked up. I'll say that right now. But go ahead, Mulata. Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Okay.
So back into the LGBTQ community.
What's that?
Trans, lesbian, gay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I have a few,
I don't know
I have a
what
few
was.
people, a few friends in that community,
Okay.
so I have nothing wrong to say about that. So my story is an old best friend that I had in high school. He basically, it was like the weirdest way that I found out that he was gay.
All right.
So basically, there was this one dude that we were friends with that he was so obsessed with. He had a girlfriend and everything. He tried his best to basically like just seduce him in a way, but I didn't find out till afterwards. So dude ended up telling me like, oh, like, you know, Jamel, that was his name. Like he's been messaging me, asking me like further into questions, and we hung out the other day and he leaned in and kissed on me.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was just like, okay, like we've been friends for like 6 years. Like I wouldn't even imagine for that, like, you know, to happen. So when I go to his house, because I used to pull up on him all the time, I end up finding this man literally jumping the neighbor's gate over, got his pants stuck on the gate and his pants ripped and everything. I go out my car saving him and he's like, oh, like just all in like, you know, just surprised and shocked that happened to him. So when I'm talking to him, he's like telling me like it just came out automatically. I was fucking the neighbor. And
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, Jordan? And he was like, Jordan. And I was like, you're gay? And he's like, yeah, I'm gay. And I was just like, this whole time I had a feeling like that he did because
Was he
always,
your
like,
man at the time, or
No, well, he always just
you guys were
he
kind of
always
together?
just no, like he would always just like tell me like that I was beautiful and everything. And it was like one time where he took it too far to the point where there was this one girl best friend that used to go with him to Lollapalooza, Summer Smash and everything like that. And it got to the point where I was like, if she doesn't want to go with you, I'll go with you. And he literally like confessed to me, oh, what did you mean by that? Like, would you want to be that girl? And I'm like, what do you mean that girl? And he was like, that girl. And I was like, no, I don't think of you that way. So my whole point is like, I always thought he was gay because he always liked Rihanna. Not saying anything wrong, like that man loved
Okay.
Rihanna, but
Yeah.
he used to know the lyrics to every word of every song. So I just like kind of knew from that point on like that he was gay. But the way that I found out, like that was the wild part. Like you jumping the gate, your pants ripped and everything because you wanted to get
Yeah.
your one off. But I mean,
That's fucked up. Yeah.
I mean, I don't, you know, like I said, I don't have nothing against the LGBT.
You don't gotta say it. I don't know what
But like,
fuck the LGBT, whatever the fuck they are. I don't care.
I'm like, I'm breaking myself.
I
trying
don't
to say
care.
the whole thing,
Yeah.
but
No, it's fine.
But basically, yeah.
You can talk openly here. I don't even know what the fuck they stand for, those words. So
No,
if we talk a little bit about that, you know, we'll go into my pet peeve. I don't like this bitch called DNA, right? I hate this bitch, okay? She used to work for me. And I mean, like, picking up my clothes, doing my laundry. She used to do everything, like, as, like, an assistant, right? And there was never anything sexual, right? But I one time went to Gino and Marty's. Okay, do you guys know Gino and Marty's?
Yeah.
The little Italian place.
Just say yeah.
Yeah, and I saw her up there, and she was on a date with a man, because she confessed she's lesbian. For she worked like almost 9 years, right? And she said, I'm a lesbian. I love women. Oh my God, I love women. Like we go out to eat, and people be like, oh, are you guys like married? And it'd be like 7 or 8 of like, you know, coworkers. And I'd be like, no, that's an assistant. And she's like, yeah, I'm lesbian. And she like proved that she was such a dominant lesbian, you know? And then I'd be like, you don't need to really get so crazy, like how lesbian you are, you know? And then like when I see her over there, she was on a date with a man. So like curious to say, like, how did the switch happen? So I take out my phone as a, you know, conservative man that I am and record her, obviously, because I was going to use it on my fucking podcast, you know? Like lesbian gone, non-lesbian all of a sudden.
Why?
You can't be like 9 years lesbian, then all of a sudden you're fucking straight, right? I don't understand how the fuck that works. But that is my biggest thing is like some of these women just automatically will change and say they're no longer gay. You know, so like I know you were talking about the LG whatever fuck community, but like they change so much, you know? And then I really think the catalyst to everything is women. Because women will accept a bitch that all of a sudden was a man that turns into a woman and then she gets to be in the friend group, right? So she feels like she's one of the bitches. Men, we won't accept a man that does that. He's not in our group. It's over with. Men, like real men are not accepting that shit. But women all of a sudden have turned like, okay, that's cool. That's my bitch. Or that's kind of like, we're cool, you know, and everything's okay. And then that's where all the transformation happens. What these guys are talking about, the trannies and everything. That's really when the transformers really get going. Because people change, right? You don't think they change? After a certain point, people want to get, they want to get more lit on Instagram, more things, so they start changing of who they are. Now we're in this big, diverse thing going on all over the United States. They talk about it all the time. Like, what do you identify as? What is this at? Like, and now real men are actually taking advantage of it because they're playing fucking women's sports now. And now people are like, oh my God, like this shit's unfair. Like women that are real women are like, this shit is not fair. I trained my whole life and now this man is in the same league as me. So that's my big thing that people get really, I get upset about, other people get upset about. Story-wise, I'm bashing people like, she's a bitch. If you ever see this bitch, you let her know, yeah, Fat thinks you're a fucking bitch. That's one or two. And a lot of people, I think, are scared in Chicago to call somebody out that's done them wrong. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of anybody. I don't need, to preserve my language. That's why I do this show. I feel like a lot of people should speak up and talk about things. Fake lesbians and fake gay people are ruining society. Do you guys believe that, or am I the only one?
No, I feel like they are. Honestly, I used to stay in Indiana, and a lot of women there, a few women there that have told me that they would act like they were lesbian to get some money out of it. Basically selling their pussy to another woman, but really didn't want it. And it's like, at the end of the day, like, you're basically like giving up like this fake persona, like to this woman. She's putting her time into you thinking it's going to be a relationship, but you're really just selling yourself to her, which is like one thing that I think is just disgusting.
Yeah, and there's a lot of emotion involved in that. Women date other women. It's all an emotional basis. A man can like fuck a bitch, and then there's not a lot of emotion that gets involved with it. Like, you guys gonna have sex, it's over with. But women dating other women is actually proven that it's more violent than man-female. You know that?
Yeah, they fight each other.
They fight each other crazy.
I have a lot of lesbian friends,
Like
and they
cat
fight.
fights.
They like to fight.
Okay. Do you believe that's kind of ruining society a little bit? I'm talking to you, Julia.
Oh, you're talking to me.
Yeah.
Oh. I beg to differ. I don't really know how I feel about the topic.
You play both sides or what?
No, I mean, okay. Personally,
You can
I
say
think
it.
that a lot of women are gay. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Women dabble. I think women dabble.
Yeah.
But they're not gay.
They experiment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what if them dabbling has anything to do with it?
So I think like the
Like, I see women dabble and then like 5 years later they got a kid. How the fuck does that happen? I mean, just
That's just that.
I mean,
that's
it's
what
like,
I'm saying by
Just
that.
dipping
So
your
like
toes in the water.
women
fly.
will get heartbroken to the point where they'll be like, oh, I'm gay now. I don't want to date men, and it's all for say. Like, it's really not. Like,
Just
they're not. They're just experimenting. Like, they're just.
okay. You said you have a lot of lesbian friends.
Like scientists.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you become friends with all the lesbians? I mean, you said you have a lot of lesbian. I'm just asking, how did it happen?
I just so I mean, a lot of women are gay. I guess
Like, they're full out gay, or which kind of gay?
The men have broke their hearts and they're gay.
So like their hearts are broken so much that.
That's fake gay.
That they're gay.
Okay.
They
Like
like
a
women.
trans.
See, that can't happen to like a straight man. A man that's straight can't be like, fuck, my heart's been broken so many times, I'm gay now. I don't believe it works like that.
But that's why I said
I mean,
fake
if
gay.
that's what he want to try,
They don't try it. That doesn't work.
I don't know. How do you know? You know that?
What do you mean? How do you know? You know if you're straight or gay. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Some people are
Some
crooked.
people are confused.
Some people are like
Nah.
crooked.
Not that
Lost.
confused.
Some people aren't out.
Y'all were confused that one night.
That's completely.
No,
I'm not confused with my sexuality.
We got tricked.
Got jokes
That's
here now.
different.
Like that, yeah. Going back to Fed's question, yeah, this fuck up today's society because shit, I got trust issues.
Yeah.
That's gonna fuck you up. But as far as questioning my sexuality, never.
Yeah. A man is a man. If a man is straight, he's straight. You know.
That's fucked up.
You really can't. Change if you're a man. If you're straight, you're straight. You've been straight for 10, 20 years. You're not gonna
See
just
that
be.
video though.
Which
It was
video?
Like a video of this guy, and he was like, basically, the guy was like telling his wife, like, "Oh, I had a guy suck my dick in college, but I'm not gay." And his wife like exposed him and like divorced him for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Then he's gay. Right.
Exactly.
I mean, if he's getting his dick sucked by another man, isn't that gay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
think
said you
that
don't know?
is.
I don't know.
Unless he had a wig on or something. though.
You're the only one without a man, or You're single in here,
I
right?
am single.
Okay, so if you had a man and he was out there getting his dick sucked by another man, he's gay, right?
I think so, maybe.
Okay.
It's a high chance.
I would believe it would be he'd be really gay.
I mean,
yeah.
are your friends gay? The ones that were going to third base?
No, they're confused.
They're confused. They're crooked. They're
No,
crooked.
No,
they're
they're
all-
they're
they're
A lot of
They
men
stopped
are
when they
out,
found out.
out
They
in the
stopped.
world,
Nah, like
and they just let like they'll hit anything.
So hit
So
a
it's
man.
like, why not let a man
so.
suck your dick if you wanted your dick sucked?
Okay, that's crazy.
Ooh.
Because it's
It's a man.
No, it's a
Y'all
man.
be
man.
hitting anything. Y'all
Hey, that's
do.
different. Like
That's
what?
not true.
But I think now women are
It's not
more into that
fucking-
than men. Women are getting it way more than men now. Women are fine just being the fucking predator, getting out there, getting fucked.
Like by women, like other women.
Like, no, but by getting fucked by men. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're fine, like, just rolling through men. They think it as, like, competition now. They say bitches are the new niggas now, right? I'm serious. You ever heard that?
I have.
Yeah, like these women are out there worse now than guys. They're actually fine doing that shit. I knew a woman that actually had told me, she's like, I can get more fucking men than you can get women. I'm like, bitch, it's not a flex for you to get fucked by a bunch of guys. You can just open up your DMs and it's way easier for you to get laid. It's way harder for a man to get laid than a woman.
I guess it depends on the man.
No, it's way easier. You post a picture, you market yourself good enough on Instagram, and you say, hey, look, all you got to do is really DM 2 or 3 guys. They're going to come over. I mean, you're going to get fucked.
You don't think it's the same?
Hell no, it's
Way
not the
around.
same.
No.
No
Guys
way.
never have the same opportunity as women. It's so easy for us to just hit up a guy and they'll come right away.
You guys could have a line outside your door.
Yeah, maybe a crowd. It depends. But yeah.
OnlyFans era? Oh, they're gonna get fucked.
The OnlyFans era? Yeah. But I'm saying it's easier for a woman to get laid, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's no competition
I
on
mean,
that
I feel like
aspect.
we're doing the picking around here, so that's how it usually goes.
What do you mean doing the
I
picking?
feel like women pick the men.
Yeah.
Like if we want you, we're gonna have you.
But men pick if you're gonna stay.
I mean, if you get the luxury and the chance, yeah.
Women
I
choose
mean,
who they
if you
fuck,
want
men
to
choose who
stay.
they marry.
Yes,
Women choose who they
honestly,
fuck, men choose who they marry. And then all of a sudden, you're, I don't want to sound bad, but like the 32-year-old
It
women.
sound bad now.
I'm just saying the 32-year-old women still feel like they're 23 out in the clubs enjoying themselves. And they're like, fuck, nobody's picking me. And then those are the ones that usually get passed around the most, if you think about it. It's the women that are around 32. And I'm not knowing anybody's age here, but I would presume you guys are younger. But the 32-year-old bitches really think they're like high-value women. Like, I'm that bitch. You know how many times I hear that shit? I'm that bitch. I'm the baddest bitch. You guys ever hear that?
Wise. They're like wise. women.
Yeah,
Daddy's
but
best.
scientifical standpoint, by 30, you're kind of expired because of fertility reasons. So
Fertility, yeah. But also the 22, 23, 24-year-old women look just a lot better. A lot of these bitches now are getting Botox shots and all this crazy shit in their fucking face. They look a little younger, yes, but they're fucking old mentality. They got old problems,
less baggage with the younger.
Yeah, a younger bitch has way less baggage. A lot of women will be like, "Oh, you're an older man. Why are you going after the younger girls?" Because they have way less baggage.
But sometimes that's all they can get.
No,
Some men don't got game.
it's easier to get an older bitch than a younger bitch.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Some younger girls are less experienced, so they don't know money, they don't know fame, they don't know sections, they don't know anything.
And majority of the time, a man will keep that woman. He'll keep a younger woman. Now, a 32-year-old that's been in the fucking cars, has been around money and all that shit, she feels entitled because she's been around that shit. So no matter what that man does, he can't impress her, and she's comparing him to the 5th dick that she got last week. At the end of the day, if you think about it,
That's true.
correct?
Yeah.
Because they got too much competition going on. Oh, this bitch looks good. She's 32, 33. She's got her own steadiness, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to ask you over here. You look like you got something to say. You think the older bitches are easier to get or the younger ones?
I mean, I feel like, honestly, yeah, because, like, at that age, they probably have their shit together, and now they want to settle down. So it's like they're just looking for anything, like, handout-wise, like...
A lot of the older bitches are ready to settle down. Some of them. But some of them really feel like, I'm that bad bitch.
I
Like,
really feel
they
like
think they're going to be bad till 40, right?
club culture these days.
It's not
so,
even
like,
just club. It's even everything.
But just speaking like in general, like club culture. If you really look at club culture, especially in Chicago, like bottle girls, waitresses, and all that, they're 30 plus.
Bottle girls are whores. Yeah. Majority bottle girls are whores. I mean, we talked about this on the podcast last time. I hate to be so general or whatever, but they're texting 40 or 50 different guys.
Yeah, to keep the clientele.
They're trying to keep clientele. By the time they're 30, 31, 32, 33, I mean, like, who wants to marry someone like that as a man, if you think about it, right? She's been on so many dates. She's had so much experience. And as a man, you're like, I don't want to deal with that. That's a lot of pressure, right? And then girls get mad, like, all you do is go after younger women. I get accused of it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll call myself on it. Bitches have called me out, be like, you only go after younger women. I'd be like, yeah, I agree. If 50 guys, you know, because normally you guys have older women have a large body count, correct? You don't think so? You're smiling, so you agree with me. Older women typically have a larger body count. And if you knew 20 dudes that banged the same girl, right? And then you say, yes, I got me a winner. I picked her, right? She's 32. You tell all your friends, you're like, dude, she's a fucking Bob. She's fucked up. Nobody's picking that.
Look like a clown.
You look like a clown picking that up. So a lot of women will waste their youth actually being like, you know, chasing money, doing this shit instead of chasing a good man. I think if you realistically speak about things, you should go after a good man. That should be your first priority when you're younger.
Welcome to the circus of life.
You don't think so?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I feel like it's so hard to pick and choose when you're young because nobody's worried about that. They're worried about partying, getting out.
This
getting
guy,
seen.
Rocksteady, said this is a shit show. Rocksteady, go fuck your mom. Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Still watching though.
The
Yeah.
shit show that you're watching.
They all watch in Chicago. I love when people in Chicago, oh, nobody's watching. Oh, yes, we have smaller viewership, but all of you guys watch. All of you message, don't put me on this show. Don't call me out. Fuck you, we will. We don't care, okay? But yeah, if we go into ask your younger women, we had WC Chicago telling us younger women are easier to manipulate. Yes, but they don't have the experience, correct?
Right.
You could show a younger woman a good time. Can you show an older woman a good time?
Yes.
You can show an older woman a good time?
Yeah.
At a nursing home.
No. Don't. Yes, because most of the time women are just as much as men. They're busy. They're doing other things. Maybe they don't get to go out as much as the younger women do. So like you taking her out to the club or even dinner once a week is gonna be more than enough than a younger woman is.
No.
Why?
What do you mean? Because they've already experienced that restaurant.
But that doesn't mean
They've
they're
been
not-
to that restaurant already. Older women have been to every restaurant. They've experienced it. They go with their fucking male friends. They have those connections already. The platonic relationships are real on an older woman. A younger woman doesn't have that yet. She has to build that up.
Yep.
And usually she'll get a man and that man will take her there. And it's a good experience for both. Like I knew one of my cousins, he's like, and I took my girl, we went to like, I'm trying to think, like hiking in Arizona. And she enjoyed that because she's younger. But he's like, I took my ex-wife who's older there. She's like, I've been here with 3 dudes already. This ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? She's experienced that already.
I mean, she's not. Well, she never should never.
I guess
bring
it
up
depends on the girl then.
It depends on the girl. No, I mean, older bitches typically have experienced more.
I mean, maybe.
There's-
Maybe.
I mean, take her on a
You
trip.
can't just generalize all women or like all 30-year-old women.
I can because we've interviewed over
Like, yeah.
400 girls, so I think I can.
Generalizing the
I
ones
guess.
that go outside.
I guess.
How old are you?
24.
Okay, so you're in a good zone. You're realistically you can get yourself a good man right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, imagine you're 33 and you're still out there and you're still seeing the same people in the clubs, right? I've heard this so many times in Chicago. The same people are in the same clubs all the time, right?
They are.
You're still seeing the same people after years and years. So after 10 years, you're saying the same bottle girl, you would only project that she's been around the block after a certain point in time, or the same bitches that are still out. She's got to been around the block, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we can agree to disagree. Rock, we're not paying any attention to you anymore. Okay. Go ahead over here. We want to hear your opinion. So how old are you?
24.
Okay, so is the majority here around? What are you?
I'm 26.
Okay.
22.
22? Okay. So our panel is younger.
You're big.
Do you guys feel like when you see an older woman in the club, like you know she's got that Botox and that shit on her face, right? Because they're trying to compete with you. I always tell people, women at 22 to 28, they're competing with the women that are 35, 38. You're all competing for the same kind of man, the 33-year-old man. He's established. He looks the part. He plays the part. And then, comes back into Chicago like, oh, okay. 90% of those women are fucking with the same 10% of guys. And that's what happens. And women will be like, man, how are we dating the same guy? How are we messing with the same guy? You're all looking for the same thing. Those older women are going after those men that are accomplished because those are around their age, right? Oh, he's 35, I'm 32, I'm 30. It works out, right? She's forgetting about this man has all these fucking options that are younger, right? If you were a man, would you go after the younger woman or you go after the older woman?
Younger.
Younger? Why would you go after younger?
I just feel like the same thing how you said earlier with the whole thing with the baggage, but I just feel like I want to touch on a topic like just here in Chicago. I feel like that's girls here in Chicago, how they all think, like you thinking, oh, like they just want this lifestyle, but they just probably just never met a woman with like a diverse like mentality, been to places, you know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of females, they stay here in Chicago and they just only want that. You know, they want something fast. They're trying to live fast. They just want you to take them to the clubs, like basic stuff instead of wanting to travel or go here, go there. And I just feel like that's really what it is. Like what that topic is touching base on is like women just want that here in Chicago.
I feel like a woman that travels she's fine to be a big whore when she travels.
Not a whore.
I swear to God, they find it okay to be a hoe when they travel.
I don't.
A woman's trip is just like a big fucking hoedown. All right, no one's gonna know. It's all women. And a lot of them will even be like, oh, don't post what we're doing. A lot of women are like that. That's the new generation. But a younger woman, she's loyal. She's willing to listen. Hey, I don't want you going on vacation with your friends. She'll listen to a man. An older woman's like, fuck these dudes. She's been messed with her so many fucking times that in her head, it's like, I'm going to go do whatever fuck I want because this relationship's not going to last anyway. If you think about it. A lot of women are burnt up.
I've dated some older men, and
Okay.
I remember I had an older man actually tell me, like, oh, like, I remember I was, okay, so, for example, I was going out with my friends. I was going to the hookah lounge. He's like, oh, you know, like, I'm not in your age group. Like, obviously, there's an age difference gap there. Like, you know, like, I'm not interested in doing that with you. Because, like, I was trying to get him to come with me, but he was like...
To travel?
No, like, to just go out, like, with my friends and, like, go to a hookah lounge and, like, you know, go outside. And he was just like, oh, you know, like, I'm too old for that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like there are some men who enjoy, like, you know, those.
How old was the man?
Well, he was like late 30s.
Okay, so typically the same kind of guy that the women in their 30s are going after too.
Yeah.
So you're 26, you're going after those 30-year-old men,
Yeah.
right? I mean, do you go after men like that, or what do you go after? Do you have a man, Candy?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a man?
I like older men.
Okay. Do you have a man currently?
No.
Okay. What age group do you go after?
I like men who are mature.
Established? Let's go to established as opposed to mature.
Yeah, established. I like men that can show for who they are, like without embarrassing me, without making me feel like I'm in love with a boy. I want a man that can guide me. Like I want a man that can actually be a man. I don't want to be with someone who's just out here that pretty much like there was this one time I talked to a guy and he was in the club and everybody knew who he was and I was like, oh, this is embarrassing. Like I don't want a man like that.
Okay, so when they know who they are, you don't like that shit?
Like I want them to have no social media, nothing. If they do, they have like 100 followers.
Okay, so you don't want to have no followers?
Yeah, I want
Aren't
them
you
to be
about it,
off
girl?
the grid. No, I'm not.
She's not about
Not
it.
yet.
Oh, not yet.
But
not
thank you
bad.
for keeping up.
Okay.
But if you think about it, like you want your man to have social media now. Social media is out there now, and if he's hiding away from it, that's a problem.
Not for me.
Yeah, because then you could do whatever the fuck you want. So you keep your options open, and he has no options.
Right.
Yeah, so that's like, it's a double standard if you think about it, right? Is that not a double standard?
Yeah.
Of course.
Definition.
Yeah, but you go after what? The age group of what? 30 to 37, 38?
I would say like 30s. I
Okay.
don't want a 21-year-old. I don't want a 22-year-old. I don't want somebody in my age group.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're looking for more of an established male.
Yeah.
Okay. Wasim, what do you feel for women?
Oh, like age range?
Age range for you?
Shit. Probably anywhere from 21 to 25
Okay.
is, I prefer them young. I don't want them older. Like, if I'm looking to speak with, yeah, I don't want somebody my age or older than me.
Yeah.
I prefer them younger.
I feel like older women too, if you really think about like the double standard, because a lot of people are talking about the double standard. Older women could talk shit to you, and as a man, you can't talk shit to them.
Like babysitting.
Like you can't be a bitch, but a woman that's older could be a bitch, right? Like a lot of older women would be like, fuck you, bum ass nigga, you're a fucking asshole, you're a dumbass. They're okay saying that, right? But as soon as you actually take consideration, oh, fuck you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Then it turns into we've done wrong, correct? There is like when you guys get into it with men, it's fine for you to do it. But if the man actually says something, then you got the problem, correct? Then he's a bitch, right? He's spiteful. He's ignorant. He has no morals, correct?
Yeah, it's like men are so. It feels so aggressive when men do it, but like when women do it, it's like okay, which is like a double standard. Like it's, I don't know. I feel like it's scary when a man says it, but sometimes some girls find it sexy. So it's like.
So a man can't bash a woman, but a woman can bash a man,
Yeah.
right? She can get on your job. She can get on your life. She can get on anything, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But a man can't do that, correct?
No.
No? Like if
I mean, mentally,
That's
like
a
you
lot.
said, like men are just like their mindset is at 18 and a woman is just like at 30. Like even if they're 18, their mindset is at 30. So it's like,
yeah.
who says you could speak? You're still at that mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like as a little kid, like why are you speaking? Like I have the most like
Yeah.
say so. Basically, that's how I feel like.
So it's definitely okay for a woman to go in on a man, but once a man goes in on a woman, there becomes the big problem, correct?
Yeah. Like
Right?
ass down.
Because like if you call a bitch like, okay, you look like a fucking dwarf that has a botched BBL and you look like you fucking came straight out of the Goonies, you know what I'm saying? Where like is the line drawn if you think about it? Is the line drawn?
Yeah.
Like, but you could call a guy a bitch and you're a bum and you don't give a fuck about nothing. But once you start going in on a bitch, right? It's wrong. Especially in Chicago. You did me wrong. You called me out. People know who I am. That's wrong now, right? But I think it's a double standard. I think it's okay. You should be able to call a woman out,
1,000%.
right?
Fuck yeah.
Like a woman will dog you for what? You don't make enough money. You don't do this shit. Correct? Women are fine. It's automatically financial. And then it goes to your body as a man, right? You don't look good enough. You're fat. You're ugly, right?
Not over 6 foot. But like, what do you bring to the fucking table? Huh?
They get
I don't-
upset, right?
Yeah.
Like
Don't
you,
need
you're,
to bring
you're
nothing to the table.
What the fuck do you
But
mean?
themselves.
Like you
wanna
mad?
bring
You
the
woman?
table?
You guys want a man who's over 6 foot, makes 100 figures, got a 6-pack, healthy lifestyle. Fuck you bringing to the table? Outside being a
bring
bottle girl,
Myself,
you got 50
my
niggas on your line.
jeans.
Your
Myself,
jeans?
My jeans.
You're 6'1", shorty.
I'm 6'2". Short.
Yeah, exactly.
but if
It's
you
like,
think if you think
really-
about it, if we break up about it, if you break up about it, you can't go in. It's morally wrong, correct? That's what it comes down to. It becomes morally wrong to go in on a female, right? Oh, you're a bitch, right? If you're a man, you go in on a female, you're a bitch, correct?
Yeah, you
Do
got
you women say that's the truth?
It's no winning.
There's no winning. So they say, oh, the best revenge is to always say goodbye, see you later, and that's done, correct? Well, I think really men should start sticking up for it because, you know, if you identify as a woman, I think then you're able to talk shit to a woman, correct? Am I wrong? If you can identify as a woman, then you just say, I've identified as a woman, I'm able to talk shit. Fuck you, bitch, right? That's the new generation that we're actually going into,
Yeah.
correct? But I really just want to get that down. So as a man, you can't go in on a woman, right?
If you can't advocate for yourself, you shouldn't even be in a relationship in general. Like, if you're too scared to say something, why are you dating in the first place if you can't speak for yourself? That's like
Well,
anything else.
In our day of age, like, it's toxic relationships anyway. I personally,
They're getting crazy. You're
I
right.
don't really agree with the whole as a man you're not able to go in with a woman only because
No,
of
I
the
mean
fact-
publicly, a woman can post you and be like, "Oh shit, he fucked me up. Oh, he did this shit to me." I've seen. Look, I have a big following. I've seen a lot of this shit. I've seen women post men and degrade them in every possible way, right? And then all the bitches like, "Preach, bitch. You're a bad bitch." Yeah, yeah. They got like a cheering column. You get the flame and
But the
everything.
toxic relationships.
But I'm just saying, you know, a man can't do the same. He can't do it.
The toxic relationships, though, people are going back and forth. Fuck you, you know, nigga, you ugly as fuck. You was just fucking 5 hoes behind the fucking club. Like, you know, toxic relationships allow that. Like, they allow that in our day of age. Like, you could go back and forth.
Okay.
I could go back and forth. If I had an ex I didn't fuck with, I could go back and forth with him today. I promise you.
But he
He's gonna
couldn't go
probably
in
have
on
a
you.
good
He
name.
couldn't go in on you.
But it's true. Chicago niggas, especially.
Chicago is fine.
What? Oh, they're gonna go in. They're gonna call you every book in the name, every name of the book. I'm gonna say they're gonna call you that.
I respect
No
that,
remorse.
honestly. I think they should. What do you think? If a man goes in on you,
I mean, I said what I said in the last portion. Like, I just feel like, who are you to speak to me any type of way? You know, like, if I feel like I bring a lot to the table. I feel like I'm independent, like, period. You know, if I'm bringing that to the table, my mentality is not the same like these other girls. You know, like, why are you speaking to me like I'm below, like in that matter where I don't know my worth? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just feel
have
like
you ever had a
you
man
have-
disrespect you?
Yeah.
Okay. And have you degraded him?
Yes.
What's a line you usually use say?
Bum.
Bum,
You a bum? You
broke
a
ass bitch.
Yeah.
Broke,
You a
right?
bitch. You
But you
broke.
said you guys don't care about money, so why you call him a bum and broke?
Because that's
It's always
that's
the
what
first
hurts
time.
their
About
ego.
money
But
to
that's
be
what
a
hurts
bum.
their
You
ego.
can still
bum.
have money and
He's
be a
act-
bum. You
Right.
can still have money and be a bum.
You're acting like
Bum
a
mentality.
bum.
Bum mentality?
Like he said, a woman don't bring
You
us
can
to
have a
the
girl that acts
table,
like a hoe,
right?
but she don't sleep around, right?
What do you mean?
You can have a girl that acts like a hoe, but she doesn't sleep around. She'll dance on everybody, talk to every guy, flirt with them, but she's not sleeping.
That's not a hoe.
That's a hoe.
That's a hoe.
Okay then, same thing. Bum activity.
I agree to a point. But like women automatically will have that lineup ready to go. Like you said, you're not going to delete your social media, but you want a man that has maybe 100 followers. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So he has no options, correct?
But
Yeah,
it goes out.
Of course.
Yeah, you don't want that man to have any kind of options. So you're okay with that. But I want to go back here because you said the first thing you call him out is money. Now, what do you do when he has a substantial amount of money?
I got his, like I say, he has a little dick. Like that's what's gonna hurt his ego. Like,
So are you used to fucking guys with little dicks then? Because you've probably had sex with that guy, right?
no,
So
but
is that the qualification to have a
it's
little
like
dick?
it might have been like 5 inches. So like just him knowing that it's 5 inches, like just me saying it's little, like
Ain't nothing
you know,
wrong with
like that just hurt him. Period. Like if you know it's not 8 inches, then me saying that is like you're gonna believe that.
Okay.
So
You don't like the... You know, we're going to move on. we're gonna move on.
Ain't nothing wrong with 5.
All right, guys. We appreciate you guys being on today's episode of Wake Up. Before we cut off, we're going to say who the winner is. I think we're going to give it to...
50-50 Marcel.
I think we're going to split it with you guys and Lada over here.
He's out
Okay?
for therapy.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being on today's show, all right?
Thank you.